Hello everyone, this is Nexus once again. I just wanted to demonstrate something regarding the ability to run FoodForum, at least the new theme, let's put it this way, of FoodForum on mobile devices. And that's because it seems like this is the most requested feature right now, the ability to run FoodForum in a phone-friendly or tablet-friendly way. And many users, such as Gary M, have pointed in the official forums at some plugins that were, let's see if I can find it, I don't remember where they were. Somebody pointed out at a plugin to actually change the theme based on based on the browser or the operating system. So this would actually have a look at the user agent sent by the browser, and depending on the user agent, it would select a particular plugin, and this particular theme. And this plugin was called Plugin Theme Router. Now, the thing is that with HTML5 and CSS3 and the media queries, this is not necessary. It is possible to create a perfectly functional look for FoodForum by using media queries independently of the device. So this is the current version of the new release of FoodForum that I'm working on. And as you can see, it looks just like before, but I made a small change, okay? Now, at the current time, you can see that something breaks here, like this is not, sorry, I'm running in a virtual machine and this doesn't look like it should be. You can see here that, for example, the icons here are not as before, and if I resize the window even just a little bit, then this particular part of the layout breaks. And this is because I've made small changes to the way the table is rendered, and I can fix it pretty easily, though I didn't do it yet. But what's most important is that if I scale the window even more, look at what happens. Take a careful look at the amount of data that is displayed. All of a sudden, we are lacking the last message column. There is no description for the forum, and there is no subtitle. Also, the logo gets displayed in the full width of the container. It might not be the appropriate way to do it. Right now, it's just here as an example. But here's the thing. I didn't need to do any writing in PHP to make this work. This was done entirely and exclusively by using CSS media queries. And to give you a feel of what I did, this is what I did. This is the theme.css, the style file that I'm using currently, and the only thing I did, apart from changing a little bit the way the table is displayed, is add these queries. These breakpoints here that you see for small, medium, here large and extra large screens are the same that pure CSS uses, and that's why you see these relative dimensions here. And what I did is add some classes that will change the display type of elements to none, so that they will be hidden if we are on a small display, on a on a medium display, on a large display, or an extra large display. Obviously, most likely on a large or extra large display, we would never need to hide any information. But this is the way in which I actually hide content depending on the display size. So you can see here that the class description, for example, is hidden if we are on a small screen, as well as the forum description, as well as the last data, the last column, which is the last message column. Both the header and the data are hidden. And the other things that I did are resize the font, because a 16 points font looks a little bit, not a little bit, but looks quite big on a mobile device, and I also changed the width of the logo. Sorry for my voice, but I'm a little bit under the weather. So again, this is just a quick video to show you that really we don't need an external plugin to make things work with this new theme that I'm developing. For another example, you can see that I'm here using the Samsung Galaxy Note emulation in Chrome, and this is how the forum is rendered. Obviously, right now I did nothing to change the menu, so the menu is not displayed correctly, but I will make it so that the menu becomes a collapsible menu, so the user can click on it and a drop-down list will appear instead of having the menu this way. Again, if I click here on the first forum, I haven't yet changed this theme, so you see that the theme breaks. But again, it's really easy to obtain something like this from something like this just by changing a little bit the HTML structure and using CSS media queries. Thank you for watching, and until the next update.